because I have 6 hours to wait in queue.
6 hours of waiting queue. Oh my god, is that Tower Fantasy? I have no idea.
And I need to address something. Yes, I am biased against Genshin for right now. And the reason why that is, and I have admitted this before, I wish Genshin was where it was that we all know it could be. I wish Genshin was in a state that we all know it could be in. And so yes, I do get annoyed when people overpraise Genshin as this be-all, end-all great game, because it was a great game, but now it's been left out to rot.
Well, you say left out of rot, but people are still playing this fucking godforsaken game. Because there are still enjoyable parts about the game. Unfortunately, for like the players that are already playing the game, like late game, end game players, I would say, considering myself as well as a free-to-play who's reached AR fucking 58, there's not much to do anymore, man. And even when the new Sumer update comes out, like I wish there was something new for and much better stuff for like late game, end game players. But yeah, that's just me, man. Go off.
And that's just the reality. Sumeru will probably be fun for a little bit. The dev live stream will probably be hype. But me, as a
the dev live stream will be hype for fucking what, like 5 seconds? After all those leaks? You serious?
Player, I know it's going to go back to the very same game state that it's in as it is right now, which, by the way, is not a good one. Tower Fantasy just came out. And yes, okay, I am biased in a positive way towards Tower Fantasy because I'm in my honeymoon phase. 100%. But I have said multiple times, I will not know, you will not know how good the game is until we get to the current content and see what changes CN has done to global.
That's the thing, because it's also a Chinese company. Most of these motherfuckers don't even give a shit about how their video games and stuff like this perform. And when, you know, for example, take Genshin Impact, if they released it globally, they should give the same amount of like good checks on security and like customer service, for example. With Hoyoverse sucks so fucking much. Like, actually, it's a pain in the ass for many reasons. Yeah, I feel like these companies just don't give a shit about their global releases. They're just too biased toward their own like Chinese players for the most part.
I think I want to address. I want to address the whole scandals Tower of Fantasy has done, and I also want to talk the scandals that Genshin Impact have done. Regardless of the moral standing of either company, here's my opinion, and this opinion will stay my opinion. Both companies are gotcha companies. Let's be real, their morals are out the door. So no, if either one of them has done very terrible things in the past, I am not shocked by any means. These are corporations that are designing games to want to get you to spend money on nothing. So no, I don't think either company.
I keep saying this, and I don't know. I just like maybe I'm not a whale. I'm never gonna understand any of this, but like I've spent 0 fucking cents in this fucking game, and I'm enjoying it the maximum I can, honestly. I don't know.
Is amazing. They're gotcha games. Now, there are ways to make gotcha models very nice towards the consumer. I don't think this is the case for either one. Next thing I want to talk about this whole Genshin Impact, Team Genshin Impact versus Team Tower Fantasy. I'm going to be real. It's so beyond cringe. I don't even know what to say. If you say anything remotely positive about Genshin Impact, you're a shill. If you say anything remotely positive about Tower Fantasy, you're a shill. If you say anything bad about Genshin Impact, you're a hater. You say anything bad about Tower Fantasy.
I'm sorry, you think you can actually enjoy what you want to enjoy in this era? No, that's not allowed. Who the fuck said you could play a game and actually enjoy it, be happy playing it? Peace was never an option, bro. You're labeled as a... I'm not going to do this.
You're a hater. You're an anti-Genshiner. You're an anti-Tower Fantasy. You're a coomer for Genshin. You're a coomer for Tower Fantasy. It's ridiculous. Sometimes constructive criticism is exactly that. Sometimes criticism is exactly that, and sometimes slander is exactly that. We're trying to make this divide between communities when in reality the Genshin and the Tower Fantasy community are pretty much the same goddamn community.
I mean, aren't they from the same company as well? Like, I'm not sure about that. I think Hoyoverse is behind it too, and soon he's gonna be behind fucking what's it called? ZZZ and Honkai Star Rail as well.
The next I want to talk about the comparisons of Genshin to Tower of Fantasy. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Huh?
One is a single player experience. One is a MMO.
Wait, okay, so maybe the co-op is better?
Do you think that you can compare God of War combat to League of Legends combat or
Yes.
BDO combat, World of Warcraft combat? No. It makes literally no sense to do that. One is designed to fight predetermined enemies in a PvE format, and one, you have to do very complex things with thousands of factors running at the same time, okay, towards the same boss. So yes, the combat will be a little more jank because they have to account for 39 different other things, server ping, lag, all of that. So there is no way to compare the combat from Genshin.
I love playing 400 ping Genshin Impact. Fucking poggers, dude.
Graphics will be lower in Tower of Fantasy because it's an MMO and you have to load in many other characters. Graphics will be great in Genshin Impact because it's a majorly single player experience. People want to say Tower of Fantasy is janky, and that's okay, it is. But let's just remember, Genshin Impact is also janky for co-op. That's why nobody does it. Both games have their issues. You can play either one and enjoy it. Genshin Impact's game state does not affect Tower of Fantasy's game state at all, and vice versa. I am so tired of seeing this bullshit in every single type of video I make. And
point is, both games have their own indifferences. Both games have their flaws. Both games have their like top ceilings. They have like their best places. Like what they do good, what they do bad, and comparing each other is like, bro, who the fuck cares? Just enjoy what you enjoy. If you don't like the single player experience, just go for Tower Fantasy. If you like more multiplayer stuff, and literally, Tower Fantasy is for you.
The reality is, Genshin Impact has no content, so I'm not playing it right now. Tower Fantasy has content, so I'm playing it right now.
That is the simplest take that I've heard from anybody in this whole entire fucking community in my entire life, to be honest. Like, let's be real here. For again, late game players and the end game players for Genshin Impact, they're gonna be like, there's literally nothing to do except like log in, do your daily commissions for 60 primogems. It's not even gonna be enough for a roll. And even if you do like one of those things in the events, it's gonna give you like what, 60 primogems. Again, not even enough for a single roll. Not even enough for a 3-star. What's the point of all that, man? But then you have Tower Fantasy. It's a fresh release. There's definitely content that is waiting to be explored. And also Nicole Stitz waiting to be explored.
And also, I fucking hate the majority of the community of Genshin Impact. At least the ones that aren't with me, because God.
Is there anyone actually lovable in Genshin Impact except like 10 people?
That's why Tower Fantasy, I'm losing my shit because it's fun. I get to play a fucking game again and it's doing good on YouTube. It's insane. And I will say this, a lot of the Tower Fantasy members that I've met are so nice. They are so chill. They are so cool. And there are a lot of very reasonable Genshin players too.
I mean, I guess I couldn't play Tower Fantasy. Look, the only reason I'm not playing Tower Fantasy is because I just really don't want to deal with more than one gacha game at a time. And even though Genshin has pretty much nothing to do, there are other games that I can play that isn't a gacha game. Oh no, no way. There's more games than just gacha games in the world? No, who fucking knew?
It's just the problem is the loud outspoken ones are fucking cancer and they follow me like a fucking plague because they think that I'm sexy and they want to suck my dick.
I mean, I do think that, but I don't want to suck your dick. I'm straight.
But dear God, can we just shut the fuck up?
So, at the end of the day, I believe that everybody should mind their fucking business and just enjoy what they want and let everybody else enjoy what they want to enjoy.
Oh, and also maybe leave a like and subscribe as well so you can get to see more epic content from me. And also occasionally stuff like this, whenever I just want to talk about how stupid this thing is or whatever you want to call this series.
I thought I told you. Mess around with me and I'ma show you my persona. Told them boys I ain't a joker. When I pull up then it's over. Better watch out when I'm gripping the evoker. I bet you gon' hit his headshot. Headshot, headshot, hit his headshot. Headshot, headshot, hit his headshot. Headshot, headshot, hit his headshot. And it sound like, now look for me, I'm afraid to face, cause a piece of me had